lovely Stanford children. Miss Denya here in her office. I wonder if you can hear that music and wonder what my assembly is going to be about today. So the chorus for that song was Work Together, and it was by Candid Heat. And so today we're going to be thinking about how we can work together. And if you remember last week, we had a look at our golden values, and we were thinking about how we are friendly, how we are respectful, how we are creative, and how we are courageous in all aspects of school life. And I know that lots of you are working really hard to uphold all those values every single day. So we're really, really proud of you. Well done. Keep them going at all times of the school day and when you're outside of school as well. Moment, it's particularly important if we are respectful on our way into and out of school, because the playground is very busy at the moment and we need to make sure we can all get in and out as safely as possible. Just try and keep your distance from other people in our school. Right, today then, as I said to you, we're going to think about working together, and I've got this as my prop today. I wonder if you know what it is. Hopefully you've all just said it's a hammer. And so today I wonder what I'm going to use my hammer for. I'm going to share my screen to start off with, and hopefully you will be able to have a look and see some famous people. Let me just go back to here, and hopefully this then works. Yeah. So hopefully you can now see these famous people and what they have in common. So we've got Joe Pavey, who was an Olympian. We have, hopefully you might recognise him, or at least the character he's with. So that is Walt Disney with Mickey Mouse. Then we've got J.K. Rowling, and then we've got and then we've got Bill Gates. So if we look at Jo Pavey, she won a gold medal at the age of 40 in 2014 in the 10,000 metres. She is the oldest female European champion in history. Okay. Then we've got Walt Disney, who's the creator of Mickey Mouse and winner of 22 Academy Awards. Then we've got, obviously, the author of the Harry Potter books, who has sold more than 400 million books around the world. And they've become the most best-selling books in the world. And then we've got Bill Gates, who was the co-founder of Microsoft. He is one of the best-known entrepreneurs in the world. He was worth an estimated 81.8 billion US dollars, so a lot of money. Okay, so let's find out what they then have in common. As you can see, they were all successful. Okay, so they all must have been something to be successful. I wonder if you know what they might have been. So, Jo Pavey, in the 2002 Commonwealth Games, she came 5th, and in 2012 European Champions, she came 7th. So she wasn't as successful right at the beginning until 2014. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper and told that he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. I wonder who that newspaper must have felt a bit silly, mustn't they, a bit later on. And J.K. Rowling sent her book to 12 publishers, and it was rejected by them all. When it was finally accepted, she was told not to give up her job, as the book probably would not sell. And now it's one of the most famous books in the world. And then Bill Gates, while studying at university, failed his exams. The first business Bill Gates started was a complete failure. What do you think they all had in common then? Hopefully you said they're just like the green mouse, because they all didn't give up even when they failed or didn't do as well when they first set out. If you think about Bill Gates, he was an entrepreneur. That means he really thought about, had an idea for a business that was really successful. So all those characters, all those famous people and characters, if you think about Mickey Mouse, never gave up. They kept on going even when things got tough. And that's what we want all of you to do, so you can live your best life and aspire to whatever you want to be. So today's assembly is all about thinking how you all have an important part to play and in making a successful and happy school. To think about new opportunities and challenges of the new school year, and to consider what the essential ingredients are for learning. So that's going to be the themes of my assembly on Tuesdays up until half term. And we might find out a bit more about the author of the Harry Potter books as well later on, to see how she really was determined, she was resilient, and she never gave up. So let's just start then. To build a good year, we need to build a great school. And just like building a house, what you put into a school is very important. Everybody at Stanford are builders of this school. And if we all do our very best, this will be a great school. So I'm going to show you some towers now, or some building blocks really, but they haven't been put together. These building blocks have got letters on them. So let's have a look at them together. We've got this grey block here, which is an N. This purple block here, which is an I. This green block here is a G. The sorry, did I say green? Orange block here is a G. With green block here is an A. Then we've got the yellow block here, which is an E, blue block here, which is an N again, red block, which is an L, ooh, and a turquoise block, which is an R, ooh. Okay, so we want to be able to build these blocks and put them together to make a tower. So let's have a look at them then. Now, obviously, they've got a letter on them. Each of them stand for something. So I'm just going to point to one of them. I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to start with this one. I wonder if you can just share, and you might want to pause the video, share in your class what L might stand for. What do you do every day in your class? I'll give you a clue. You do lots of it every single day. In fact, you're doing it all the time, and so are grown-ups. If you had a go and thought it might be, say it with me, learning. All right, we all do lively learning every single day. Okay, so that could be one of those blocks. I'm going to come to this one now and put this one just here, actually, for the moment. I shared these with you this morning. Anybody got an idea what the G might stand for? Hopefully you've just said golden values. Okay, so the G stands for golden values. What about this one? What are we doing now? I know I'm not doing them with you live in the hall, but hopefully you are in our whole school virtual assembly at the moment. So hopefully you're thinking about our assembly. At the beginning, I said that one of our aims of this assembly was to think about the new beginnings, the start of a new school year. So that might be for that one here. This one here might be the noise, and that's something I keep saying to you, I'm loving hearing. The noise of happy children and grown-ups, because we really missed that buzz. And the one thing I really missed was you using the hall on a Friday afternoon. I think it's year 2 that are in there, that have the music going as they're doing their aerobic exercise, or they're exercising, and it's great to hear, it really is. Then we've got this I here, which is interesting lessons. Hopefully you've got lots of interesting lessons, or you also might be being quite independent in your learning. And then we've got, hold on, where had I got to? This one here, I said to you at the beginning, and it's one of our golden values, that we were all being respectful at the moment. But also, if we think about those famous characters, famous people at the beginning, and what they did, they were all resilient. They didn't give up. They kept going when the going gets tough. So that's the R here. And then we've got this final one, E, the yellow block, E, which is about the exciting times ahead. So let's have a look then. I wonder if we could start putting them together. I'm going to start with you. If you remember, I started with that L at the top and I said that one. This might give you a clue. What are we doing every single day? Learning. So if I start to put my tower together, and if you were in assembly with me, I'd get you to start exploring together and doing that. So let's put that there. So we've got what's the word here that I've got? Can you read it out? Okay, learn. So if I then put that together, it would be learn. Hopefully you've all called it out. Ooh, learning. Okay, so there we go then. It is learning just there. So we've got the lively learning, the excitement of the times ahead, A for listening nicely in assembly, R for respect and resilience, N for the noise of happy children and grown-ups, I for interesting lessons. Remember, I also said about being independent too. N for new beginnings, and G for golden values, so learning. So we're going to be thinking about how we can all be successful learners at the beginning of a new school year. And I know you've all come back brilliantly to school this September and brilliantly in your new year groups as well. So now we need to be focusing on the learning. So hopefully lots of you will like to be challenged, and I'd like you to think about now who likes to be challenged, and maybe pause the video, or you could do it afterwards. Think about why you like to be challenged, or maybe why you don't like to be challenged, how you feel when you're being challenged, what did you do, or what would you do if you're being challenged with your learning. And I'm going to come around and get some ideas from you for next week's assembly, some of the things that you have said, because as a green mouse, you want to challenge your brain to make those connections, make them even stronger. And actually, if you're not being challenged, then you're not actually learning anything. So we all need a little bit of challenge. Sometimes we just need a little bit. Sometimes we need a lot. All right, sometimes we need to then come back again and not be challenged so much to actually feel that we've really, really got it before we move on. But we're all different in that way, and it's really important, though, that we really have a go and embrace those challenges, a bit like those famous people did. Okay, so I want you to now have a think in our reflection about all the fun times we have ahead. I want you all to do your best and to strive to better yourselves each day. Be kind and caring towards our friends and respectful towards the grown-ups who work with us. I want you to close your eyes now. Think of ways you can make yourself and other people happy. Think about the different people you come across: family, friends, classmates, grown-ups in school, members of clubs you belong to, and the local community. This is a chance for you all to have a new beginning and decide to try out some of the things to make yourselves and others happy. Now, if you remember, I said last week, one thing that we can all do, even though we're not all together, is to smile when you see people. So as you open your eyes, just look around the room, look around your classroom to the children and grown-ups, and share a smile with the people either side of you. I'm going to give you a very big smile now. I'm going to stop my share of my computer, give you all the smile, wish you a really, really good week ahead. Remember to uphold all of our golden values, and that we can all be successful and build our really, really successful and happy school. Okay, you've all got that hammer. I don't mean really, but you have all got it in terms of your hands and what you're going to do in your classrooms each and every day. Okay, so have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you when I come and visit your classrooms, or at lunchtimes, obviously. See you later, everybody. Bye.